London in the 1870s wasn't some romantic postcard from the past. It was a living, breathing machine, relentless, noisy, smelly, and always on the edge of breaking. Few cities shaped the modern urban experience like Victorian London did. We tend to picture it as foggy streets, top hats, and gas lamps, a tidy historical backdrop. The reality was far messier and more brutal. Before the big reforms kicked in, the city was already straining under massive pressure, economically, socially, structurally. None of those pressures alone would have forced change. It was their convergence that made the system scream for transformation. Once that pressure became normal, old restraints vanished. Survival turned raw and functional. Attempts to patch things up often sped up the breakdown. Eventually, order came back, but forever altered. And those changes didn't stay in the 1870s. They migrated forward, shaping how cities handle density, labor, and crisis today. What you're about to walk through isn't just history. It's a pattern that still runs beneath our streets. You step into Covent Garden before dawn. The real action starts insanely early. Between 4 and 6 a.m., the pressure peaks. Fruit, vegetables, flowers pour in from the countryside. Everything has to move fast. Sell before the stuff wilts or prices crash. This isn't a place for casual shoppers. Hotels, pubs, wholesalers, and middlemen rule here. Speed beats selection every time. Prices get shouted, not haggled. Quality check, grab it, feel it, decide in seconds. The market spills out across the square and into side streets. No planned layout, just pure habit. Cabs, hand carts, porters, buyers all fight for the same patch of ground. Stop moving, and you block everything. Order emerges from custom, not rules. Gas lamps still flicker. The ground stays damp from overnight cleaning. Crates stack up, then vanish minutes later. Porters follow memorized paths. Balance, strength, and perfect timing decide who keeps working. Kids hover at the edges, watching, memorizing gaps, learning exactly when to step in and when to freeze. Shouts aren't noise, they're signals, prices, warnings, demands for space. Silence would kill the rhythm. The smell isn't neglect. It's sheer volume and speed. Rotting leaves, straw, animals, damp earth. This place rewards sharp eyes and fast feet. Everyone's already working and already behind. Head north, and space starts to squeeze. 7 dials isn't a crossing, it's a choke point. 7 narrow streets slam together. Sightlines die quick. Movement slows, overlaps, folds back on itself. Buildings pack tight. Shops and workshops below, rooms stacked above, divided, then divided again. Living space runs out. Fast, so life spills outside. Doorways, staircases, corners become extensions of home. Money here depends on location. Sellers claim spots where crowds pause. Repairs, quick fixes, hand-to-hand sales, anywhere stillness lasts a second. Locals cut diagonally, dodging bottlenecks. Strangers walk straight and get stuck. Kids linger at the fringes, darting forward only when gaps open. It looks chaotic, but it follows invisible rules. Air hangs heavy. Sounds pile up instead of carrying. Smells concentrate because height and crowding trap everything. Fights flare quick and die quick. The space won't let them grow. Further east, it gets even tighter. Whitechapel and Spitalfields rank among London's densest zones. Some streets cram hundreds onto a single acre. Buildings shoot up, press close. Windows stare straight into other windows. Interiors get sliced finer and finer. Stairwells never sleep. Doors open directly onto the pavement, no buffer zone. The street turns into living room, kitchen, waiting area. Density brings consequences. During the smallpox outbreak of 1871 to 72, cases clustered by address, not randomly, Disease shared space with labor. Warning notices went up. Routines adapted. Work carried on anyway. People queue outside lodging houses, workshops, hiring spots. Movement jams not from obstacles, but sheer numbers. Kids guard patches, run messages. Women cook by doorways. Men circle, listening for names, for chances. The mix is everything. Longtime Londoners, Irish laborers since the famine years, established Jewish communities mostly from Central Europe with early arrivals from the East, different languages, shared pavement. Survivors stay alert, trade info fast, never stand still. These neighborhoods don't collapse. They absorb pressure day after day until outside intervention finally arrives. Supply decides survival. Smithfield proves it. Pause before you step in. How do you feed a city of millions fresh meat every single day with no refrigeration? The market kicks off just after 2 a.m. Not tradition, pure necessity. Meat has to move before heat, daylight, and traffic ruin it. Ground stays dark, wet, constantly rinsed, yet never clean. Water carries blood, fat, waste away. Straw and sawdust try to give grip, but get trampled slick in minutes. Workers shift a stance on the fly, never stopping. The smell lingers. Raw flesh hides damp. Gaslight makes it sharper. No one hides it. Work adapts to it. Carcasses swing on hooks, swaying gently. Knives flash. Iron bars clang as loads pass. Delays aren't allowed. One late cart ripples across the whole city. Accidents happen. Cuts get bandaged or ignored. Someone else steps in. Order here means the line keeps flowing. From there, head to the river. St. Catherine docks feel sealed off, guarded, ruthlessly efficient. High-value empire goods arrive here. Warehouses hug the water. Paths follow cranes, rails, cargo, not people. Jobs aren't safe. Men show up daily for the call-on. One gesture and you're in. Work instantly. No gesture, you vanish. The place offers no comment. Smells shift. Rope, tar, timber, wet freight. Sounds carry chains, water, shouts. People meet by role, not identity. Then everything shifts. The Victoria Embankment introduces a new logic. Flood defense, sewer, roadway, all fused into one massive project. The river gets walled in, the road straightened. Waste vanishes below ground. Space opens up, controlled, predictable. Movement flows smooth. Noise scatters. Cleanliness is engineered, not earned, but nothing truly disappears. Problems get displaced. Pressure turns invisible, not solved. By evening, it gathers somewhere else. Leicester Square traps people instead of letting them pass. Theaters, pubs, music halls. Lights pull crowds in, motion halts. Order means watching, not acting. Queues form and dissolve. Music spills out, fades. Money circulates. Exhaustion gets softened, not fixed. Leisure converts strain into spending. Then people drift on, lighter in the pocket, carrying the same weight. Today, London spreads wider, cleaner, more regulated. Supply chains, labor, disease have mostly vanished from sight. But the underlying logic endures. Pressure pools wherever space runs short. Work shapes flow. Relief shifts burden, rarely ends it. This isn't a vanished era. It's the blueprint of the modern city. A system that learned to move millions, hide the machinery, and keep daily life running under constant strain.